my name is Lee, and today I'm going to be summarizing privilege, oppression, and difference. To understand privilege, first we need to understand the complexity of identities and what they have to do with us. Identities are all of the physical characteristics, family dynamics, cultural norms, religious values, and anything else that helps determine your social context. Everyone has a different combination of these identities, which creates a vastly different life experience for each individual. This is an identity circle, which includes different identities in the innermost and outermost circle. All of the identities inside the identity circle determine what I do, how I react, how I see myself, and how others see me. Many of these identities can be put into an I am blank format. To any identity comes along preconceived notions and expectations. It affects how we view one another, ourselves, and how we treat them as a result. So, what is privilege? Privilege exists when one group has something of value that is denied to others simply because of the social category that they belong to, rather than anything they have done or failed to do. Privilege is not something we earn or choose. It exists because we live in a society organized to encourage people to value or devalue one group over another. When we are not exposed to different identities, we forget how others perceive our own identities when we are not the majority. Anyone with any advantaged identity can become unaware of their privilege. Privilege is not something I take, therefore have the option of not taking. It is, however, something that society gives me, and unless I change the institutions which it gave to me, it will continue to give it, and I will continue to have it no matter what my intentions are. Awareness to this inequality. If we don't understand that privilege makes it easier for some people to succeed, we might think that the more successful group is just working harder, when in reality, the system just advantages one side instead of the other. Access to privilege does not determine life outcomes, but it does allow for opportunities that may have never otherwise existed. Privilege means being able to decide who gets taken seriously, who gets attention, who is accountable to whom and for what. It grants a presumption of superiority and social permission without the fear of being challenged for your actions because of the way others perceive you. Identities don't determine life factors either, but they will surely impact a person's thoughts and actions. The author brings up this example. Being identified as male and white, for example, doesn't mean you'll get into the college of your choice, or land the job you're qualified for, or never be stopped or shot by police when you've done something wrong. But it does load the odds in your favor. That will lead us to the two different types of privileges: unearned entitlements and conferred dominance. The first type of privilege is called unearned entitlements. These include things of value that all people should have, like feeling safe or working in a workplace where they are valued and accepted, but that can also be turned into an unearned advantage when those values are restricted to certain groups while you obtain them because of your identity, but then the others don't have them. The second type of privilege is called conferred dominance, which means giving power to one group over the other. The flip side of privilege. People in dominant groups can experience oppression as well. For example, men can experience oppression for being of color or gay, but a man cannot feel oppression by only being a man in a world that is built to advantage men. Being in a privileged category that has an oppressive relationship with another category is not the same as being an oppressive person who oppresses in those ways. For example, the relationship between men and women is one of privilege and oppression. But that is a social fact, and it does not, however, tell you that all men are going to be abusive and oppressive. In conclusion, recognizing your context in society and how it may benefit or disadvantage you is the first step in working towards breaking down the barriers put in place by society. As Tatum concludes, we will go through life and continue to explore who we are while embracing all of our identities. This process of self and peer acceptance will create the possibility of building alliances that may ultimately free us from the system we live in. Thank you.